Did you see Fantano reacting to a whole lot of red? No, I did not. What did he say? Does anyone know? Let's react to him reacting. Let me go on YouTube right quick. I know like he told people that he didn't want to react to it because so many people were asking about it. Fantano first reaction to Playboi Carti, whole lot of red. Okay. He hated on Slayer? No. No. Okay. We're reacting to it here. What is this boy saying about Slayer? To Sky. Okay, to Sky. How long is this? 48 minutes? Okay. Let's test this out. What's good? None of the above, bitch.
All right, let me get that whole lot of red queued up, and then we'll listen to some Playboi Carti. I'm not a monster here.
Don't his glasses make him look like the dude in the Matrix, like the black dude who got the circular glasses that tells you blue pill or red pill?
Okay, I'm not a monster. I'm not. Jesus Christ, this thing is 24 fucking songs. Fuck. Playboi Carti, whole lot.
He's already hating on it.
First track is Rockstar Made. Let's do it.
He got the stank face on, so you know he's like feeling it. You know when you get the stank face. And then also he's vibing. He's saying never too much, so it looks like he likes it.
I'm gonna ask people's negative reactions because the album has been
he looked like a
polarized.
He looked like a melon with a dollar store glass on.
I was going to say, like, were people negatively reacting to this thing? Master, thank you very much. Negatively reacting to this thing off of the first track, or does it sort of like get bad, like deeper into the record, something like that? But I could see how Paradise Lost, thank you very much. I could see how that track would be off-putting for a lot of people. I mean, vocally, he's getting a lot more wild. I think he's not exactly Evan from Mars, thank you. He's not exactly feeding directly into a lot of the same sonic and stylistic tropes that made dilute.
Damn, dude is like educated in sonic graph, whatever sonic.
What it was, I mean,
studies.
I think it, I think it carries some likable basic elements, but the mix is shitty. It's a shitty.
Damn, they done fucked up my man Carti, saying his mix is shit. Bob, if he was bald, I hope not.
The vocals, JDM, thank you very much. I think the vocals could have been woven into the beat a little bit better. Like Carti sounds like he's riding very high on the beat, and I think the production is kind of cool. But I wish the bass, the rhythms, and that little guitar line.
Damn, dude's kind of fire.
It's just like a little bit louder. I wish it was just a little more well put together. I guess is what I was hoping for. I'm liking some of the basic elements and everything. And I thought how, again, insane he went on the vocal end in the second half was kind of cool. But it just doesn't feel so visceral with the instrumental being visceral and sort of turned down so much. You know what I mean? And
do you fuck with the song or not? Basically is what I say. I don't know how to get into like all the intricacies of the mixing and is it fire? Okay, that's all I gotta hear.
So whether or not it's intentional, for me personally, that's kind of like the effect, when you're actually hearing and experiencing the music. I mean, it's something I wish was different, but it's not terrible. I don't hate it.
He was singing along, never too much, and then he's hating kind of.
I like some of the more experimental elements of the track, but there are also other elements of that track I just wasn't too crazy about. But maybe the project will get louder and maybe even more experimental as we draw on. I guess we will see. But so far, I thought that was fine. It was I don't know if it needed to be 3 minutes. It almost felt like 5. All right, go to the moon with Kanye.
All right, this song's. I don't even like this song, so it would make sense if he trashes this song.
West is the next one. Brooks, oh God, thank you very much. Let's jam this one. Okay. I thought the mix on that one was better, but the song structure was fucking insane. I thought
insane in a good or bad way.
Insane as well.
Good or bad?
Looks like people are kind of fucking with the track.
No.
I loved the string transitions. I liked how unorthodox the structure was, and I thought the beat was interesting as well. I wish Carti had
check this guy out named Playboi Carti. All right, bro.
Ye did. I mean, Kanye was certainly off the deep end a little bit. Kanye had some wild fucking lines on that one, a sort of unorthodox ranty flow, which I guess kind of makes sense for this place and energy at this point in his career. Do you even think this feature is recent? I mean, I'm sure that's posted or sort of like common knowledge somewhere, but I wonder if this is like a pre-Jesus is King feature or something like that, since Cardi's been working on this one for a little bit, I imagine.
That's true. Kanye West's lyrics in Go to the Moon kind of sound like she ugly hot. Does he curse in the Go to the Moon lyrics? Let me look. Because if he doesn't, then that would mean that the Go to the Moon genius. Because if he said any curse words or anything like sexual, it was recorded before Jesus is King. Gucci promise she'll pay back 500. Anyone see any curse words? Impeach, yay. Honestly, this might be recent, considering he said impeach, yay, and Kanye didn't really come out and say he was like going to be president until like 2020. You know what I mean? So yeah, what do we think? In the snippet, Ye said, I talked my wifey into a 3-way. Oh, okay. So that might be a reason as to it could have been before Jesus is King, though. When did Jesus is King drop? That was like early 2020, right? Like really early 2020. You're going to donate $50? You don't need to do that, bro. If you can't afford the donation, like I don't want anyone to like lose money over me, you know what I mean? I am paid well enough. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get into the it's taken all this time. But I don't know. I thought that was okay. I just wish Cardi had more to offer on the back end. It felt more like a Kanye West song than anything. All right. Yeah, I'd have to agree. Again, y'all know my opinion on Go to the Moon. I think it's the most trash song on the album. I don't think it's trash. Like, it's cool. Like, I can still vibe to it. Like, you heard me say, like, repeat the lyrics, but it's not, it's blue balls, bro. It's literally blue balls in a song. Like, you turn that shit on Spotify and you're about a nut, and then it's like, fuck. You want to like slap your girlfriend after this song. No abuse. I can't say abuse jokes.
Stop breathing, ba-bam.
All right, stop breathing. Every time I listen to Stop Breathing, I love when he says, fuck with my ups. And then he goes, the ad-libs where he's like, oh, oh, oh.
Whew. That one's good. That's a good one. I mean,
yes. Give it to me, baby.
Now, the first two tracks, there were aspects of them that, held me back a little bit. But I feel like I could see where Cardi is going for there. I mean, it feels like I'm listening to a Thugger track, an Uzi track, a Future track.
Okay.
But it's got this hyper.
It kind of sounds like one of those 222-444 songs by Uzi. You know what I'm saying? Like the hype and like the low voice that Uzi uses. No biting in any measure, but I see his comparison.
Aggressive, almost like punk type of energy to it, which I guess, you could cite guys like Peggy or like Horror when you're talking about like, rebellious punk rap shit. But the thing is, like both of those artists are, I think, more experimental, more like rock oriented, or
who is,
appealing less to a more general kind of mainstream hip hop crowd. I think Cardi is finding a way to stay in that lane here, but still bring like a punk energy. You know what I mean? And that's not to say that
okay. I could see that. You don't really think of rock music with Cardi. You still think hip hop and that he's a rapper, because he's not like using like actual vocals in a sense. He's kind of like screaming. I know he sings on like Slayer and Playing, Not Playing, and Feel Like Dying, but it doesn't sound like rock music. He sounds more like R&B on those tracks, but Uzi sounds more like rock, if that makes any sense. Y'all can agree with me or not. You can disagree.
Cardi's doing something better or cooler, than Peggy or Horror or whatever. I'm not trying to like, create like a pissing contest here between these guys. I'm just saying like, I'm just trying to merely explain the lane in my view. that Cardi is sort of existing in, or trying to exist in. Now, whether or not the subsequent tracks do this as well or do something else as well, I don't know, but I thought the mix of ideas and sort of like the balancing act that track pulled off was kind of cool. So far, interested in a whole lot of Red. It's interesting so far. It's definitely intriguing so far.
Yeah. You say that. You say that.
The next one, let's give this one a try. Winnie, thank you very much.
I thought I was about to say Winnie is a track name.
Antonio, te quiero mucho. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Mwah. All right, Beno, let's do it.
I'm going to tell y'all at the outro of every video. Come on.
It's funny. This synth line reminds me of...
Damn. Beno is fire.
I'm standing, motherfucker. I am standing, bitch.
I'm confused.
This synth line, this bubbly synth line that is playing here.
Yeah, I fuck with Beno beat.
It sounds like the start of a hyperpop song, like the start of like a Charlie XCX song or some shit like that, or some weird like Sophie jam, like one of the older Sophie tracks, not the heavy, scary like industrial ones, but it sounds like a it sounds like a fucking a
synth line is like it's like the high pitched like the xylophone sounding things. That's the synth line.
No pull on this one.
No pull. What does that mean? Is that good or bad?
It's too late now, but I don't know where the polls are.
What is a pull? Oh, a poll. A poll.
Okay. Right, I think we got a sense of this track anyway. I thought that one had some pretty cute ass. It's too late now.
Beno's one of the top tracks on the. He's using the baby voice. I think Beno and Slayer proved that everybody was wrong about Atme. Like Atme was a banger. It was one of my top listened to songs in 2020. And then he used like pretty much the same kind of voice like on Beno and Slayer. And then everyone's like, oh, this shit's fire. And Slayer's like the most popular song on a whole lot of Red now. And nobody. Everybody was hating on Atman at first, but it was just a preview of the bangers to come.
Oh, it's too late now. The song's literally over. Again, I thought there was some cute bubbly
jump at the house. Jump at that
track that kicked off things with a cool
people are calling it trash.
Contrast from the
giving it a
song.
1.
But vocally, I didn't really go crazy for anything Cardi was doing there, and frankly, stylistically, I felt like that was a little too derivative of Young Thug. I thought that was kind of derivative. That almost
I could see that. One of the what was that song? Pick up the is it Pick Up the Phone? That kind of sounds like the Pick Up the Phone, I guess, by Young Thug.
Felt like just a subpar Young Thug track in.
Oh damn, he's going at a subpar Young Thug track. Damn, I like Cardi more than Young Thug. To be honest,
if that was a Thugger track, I would just think it's okay. I don't know. I wasn't too crazy about it, I guess. I thought it was just okay. It had a decent vibe going on the instrumental side, but outside of that, meh. Yeah, I don't think Cardi did anything too crazy.
You like how he said meh? Meh is the best song on a whole lot of Red.
Next one. Let's do that.
Jump at the house. Jump at the house.
Now that feels like a Cardi beat.
Yeah.
And it also feels like it's playing into the goth Satanist vampire aesthetic that's like very clearly flowing throughout some of the tracks on this record.
Jump at that beat.
Yeah, to me, that felt like I was listening to a
Cardi's saying you the deluxe. Drop your credit card number. Yeah, right.
Playing Castlevania.
I ain't giving that shit.
That's what that sounded like to me.
What'd he say?
Vampire. Uzi Vert playing Castlevania. Pull is late. And
first of all, they weren't playing Castlevania. They were playing Warzone while Onyx was being born on the PS5, even though the PS5 wasn't even out yet.
That was just the vibe to me. I don't know what to add.
While we're talking about Cardi.
Very visceral. It was very to the point.
Visceral. What is this visceral word he keeps talking about?
It worked. I think maybe that was my second favorite track so far. Even though it was pretty short.
Okay.
And sort of in one ear and out the other. But
jump at that house. Jump at that house. Jump at that bitch.
Featuring Kid Cudi.
Jump at that bitch.
Oh, let's play that shit. Damn.
I don't know if he's gonna like this one.
Why does so many synth lines on this thing sound like they're straight out of a fucking NES soundtrack? Like it's not 8-bit or anything, but it just sounds like some really like lo-fi, like
come on, start the song, bitch.
Bit.
I ain't jive, bitch.
Video game soundtrack.
I ain't jive, bitch.
I can't tell you if I love this track before the song is actually over, but I will say I like the drone. And
the drone.
you know, I know I'm listening to a trap song. But it just sounds goth as fuck. It sounds so fucking goth. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, man. It sounds really fucking goth.
He's dancing like one of those goth people, like in that one meme where they're like, you know that meme? I bet you that's how this dude would dance.
Yo, this thing's kind of insane.
Yeah, let's go.
I did actually kind of fuck with that track. I did. It was another moment where I think the mix was a little fucked up and
I did kind of fuck with that track, sir.
wonky. Like, I don't know if it really benefits the song for Cardi to be riding that high, especially with his vocals not sounding as EQ'd as they could be when he's like really straining the fuck out of his voice. Can't nobody take shit.
Hey,
I suppose
Fantano got vocals.
To be 5 whole minutes, but I do like that droney, dark, sort of epic goth vibe that's coming through on the production, and I feel like the raw vocal energy is still kind of cool. All right, Slayer is the next track on this record. Let's give that a listen.
Give that a listen.
I'll say I'm halfway in.
What up, Cheese
I'm
World?
halfway out of the record so far. I'm halfway in. I'm halfway out. I'm just on the fence on some tracks. Some others I think are kind of cool and are going in a very interesting direction. Either way, I think Cardi is Oscar Bolina. Thank you. He's certainly on to something. He's
all right. We're going to have to cut this a little bit early because we finally got our guest.